Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sam, and welcome back to It's All Just Semantics. It's the start of a new weekly vlog, reading, writing, all that mixed all together. I'm actually starting off this week on an alright note. As far as reading goes, I read a book. I read Whispers at Dusk. I read Whispers at Dusk by Heather Graham. This is the first book in the Blackbird trilogy, which is a trilogy following kind of an international spin-off of the Crew of Hunters, which is her main series, which is basically like an FBI branch that investigates paranormal activities. Our two main characters in this book are Della and Mason, and they can both see and talk to ghosts. So that's pretty cool. And basically they're chasing after a murderer or cult. They're not sure what's going on, but in both the US as well as in France and London, women are showing up drained of blood, and they're laid out very corpse-like, like very Sleeping Beauty-like, with pinpricks on their neck and all of the blood drained out of them. And it's their job, along with a team of international people, of international agents, to try and figure out what is going on. I honestly really enjoyed this book. I thought it was good. It was well done. I will say I had a couple notes at the beginning. The characters are kind of obnoxious at the beginning. They really are, especially Della. And I don't know if it's because the audiobook narrator was male and I have trouble sometimes listening to a female being narrated by a male voice. It just doesn't always work in my head. But she was really obnoxious at first, especially. But I did end up really liking both of them. They were very interesting characters. I thought that it jumped right into it, which was really nice. But I guess my only other complaint about this book was I was expecting ghosts. We got 2 ghosts. That's it. I really wanted there to be more ghosts involved in this. And I wanted our characters to interact with more than just 2 ghosts. So sorry, that's a slight spoiler, I guess. The mystery was fascinating and very interesting. I thought it was a lot of fun. I do like these kinds of stories, though. You will like Heather Graham if you enjoy like Janet Vanovich and that kind of author. They remind me a lot of, I feel like they'd work really well together with a lot of their stuff. But I did enjoy this book. The characters felt realistic, where they're not perfect. Like, she is obnoxious, he is kind of annoying at times, but they're real people, they act like real people, but when they're working, they are in it, and it is really well done. I would recommend it. I do plan on continuing the series. My library has all 3 books in the trilogy, so I'm going to take this one back tomorrow and pick up the next one. So, cool. So I read a book. Look at me go. I read a book. As far as writing goes, I wrote over 3,000 words yesterday, almost 3,500, almost, not quite. I finished a couple chapters, and now I'm currently working on chapter 32. So I am all the way up basically to 32. Yeah, yesterday I finished chapter 30 and chapter 27. Chapters 28 and 29 I will not be writing as of yet because they're going to be based off of a place that actually exists, and I do want to go visit that place. So John and I will be visiting this hiking trail at some point. It's only like 2 hours from here, I think, so it's like an hour from where my characters live. And they're going on a date there, so I want to get it accurate because it is a place that people go to, and it's fairly popular tourist destination, so I thought that it would probably be good to actually get it correct in here. So I do plan on writing that once we've been there, but I'm all the way to chapter 32 is what I ended up starting today. I wrote chapter 31 earlier today, and I have gotten 1,665 words in so far. I do plan on writing a little bit more tonight, I think. I'm not a big fan of where I left off, so I'd like to keep going a little bit. And then I also need to start my homework for this week, because it is Wednesday, and we've got a busy weekend ahead of us, so yes. But that's about what I've got right now. I'm not sure what I'm going to be reading next. I picked this up because I found the audiobook and I was able to listen to the audiobook while I was at work. That's why I finished it so quickly. But I'm not feeling good. It's the change of the season, so my sad is in high swing right now. It's great. So that's kind of a constant battle every day of getting up and doing stuff. But we're making do. We're still going. So yeah, but that's my quick little intro and update for you guys, and I will talk to you later. I finished chapter 32. And now to move on. Actually, I think I might be done for the night. I'm really tired. But that is 1,954 words for the day over 2 chapters, so not just 1 chapter. This is a slightly shorter chapter in general. It's just over 1,000 words. Which, it's like 6 pages actually, which is a very short chapter for what I've been writing. Not bad, not a bad thing. I need short chapters too. I have long chapters, I need short chapters, so. But yeah, it's exciting. Okay, that's what I got. Alright, bye. Alright, you'll excuse me if I look kind of shitty. It's like 12:30 in the morning, 12:15 in the morning. We just got back from watching the FNAF movie. If you're a fan of FNAF at all, you will love it. And there were a lot of Easter eggs, there was a lot of stuff happening, and it was so good. Guys, it was really good. I thought it was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. Do you want to put your thoughts in with kitties? Your thoughts on the movie?
I only have a theory. Oh, that they're gonna have like 3 sequels to
Oh, they're not gonna have 3 sequels. There's 2 sequels.
Well, then you got Sister Location and you got other stuff that you can do. So yeah.
So basically what this first one was like was basically the first and second games. So what did you think of the game as someone who has not watched playthroughs? You watched MatPat mostly.
I only heard game theories from MatPat. Yeah, I knew enough to be dangerous, but I never actually played the games.
No. I have the games. Well, I have the first 4 games.
Yeah.
So, and I've watched playthroughs, lots of playthroughs. I've played a couple games. I haven't finished them. I started them. They get way too frustrating for me to finish them. But overall, as someone who's only seen theory videos, what did you think?
It was a fun movie.
It was a fun movie? You enjoyed it?
Yes, I did.
Yes. You would go see the second one?
Mm-hmm.
I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. And there were a couple times where you could tell it was very much for the fans, which was good. And they found their audience and they appealed to their audience. Yep. Which,
when you do that, you can print money.
Basically. But they found they found their audience. Yeah, it was very good. Again, if you like FNAF at all, honestly, this is a great movie to watch. It really is.
You don't like FNAF. That's a fun movie to watch.
It is. I could see where people would say, if you know nothing about FNAF, and just being like, I don't know what's going on. It is heavy. I don't want to say it's heavy on the jump scares, because the ones that were jump scares were like, it wasn't the jump scares I expected them to be. I don't want to say it because I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah,
I don't want spoilers, but there's one character I didn't expect to be there, and every time he showed up, I jumped. We all jumped, I'm pretty sure, because we just didn't expect him. Cupcake surprised me. I have questions about Cupcake. Not gonna lie, I have questions about Cupcake. Yes. Foxy was very well done. Yeah. I really liked Foxy in that one. Foxy was great. A lot of the things that if you've played the games, if you've watched playthroughs, if you've watched the theories, you know a lot of the basis for it, and they keep it in there. They don't go off track as far as like what we expect for the fandom and for like the games and stuff. Like they stuck with the main characters. They stuck with the origin story for Fazbear Freddy's. They stuck with you're a security guard. Huh? Oh, Freddy Fazbear. Sorry. You'd see the next one though? Mm-hmm. So there you go. He's gonna see FNAF with me next time, then the next one comes out. We'll probably do another double date.
Yeah.
It's fun!
That works.
Okay, I'm gonna go to bed now. Hello. It is Sunday the 29th. I finished my homework. I didn't have a lot left to do. I just had a couple discussion questions to finish up. But I'm actually not feeling very well. It's been a rough week, honestly, in general. And it kind of culminated, I guess, on Friday a bit. But then we went and saw the FNAF movie, and that definitely helped. I'm definitely feeling better, but my depression has just been kicking me in the ass lately. I've been feeling like complete shit. So I'm working on it. I'm getting there, but this does happen periodically during winter, especially, and coming into winter it happens as well, where I struggle a lot with getting moving and feeling better. It doesn't help. I also have a headache and I've been nauseous a lot of the day, which we're pretty sure is from stress between school and just personal stuff. I've stressed myself to the point where I've kind of made myself sick, which is unfortunate, but that does tend to happen. But I wanted to come on here and talk very briefly. I ended up finishing a book this morning, a book that I was given on NetGalley, and that is Puzzle House by Duncan Ralston. This is, I think it's still considered a full-length novel. I'm not doing well with my reading lately, honestly. Yeah, this is still a full-length novel. It's only 225 pages or so. It's a short book. And it's all about 6 strangers who arrive at a house, being told that they are supposed to be there for the reading of a will of a puzzle master, and they basically have to figure out how to survive in this house. And whoever gets out alive, basically, will split the $150 million fortune this man had. So it was interesting. It was definitely a horror thriller book. Blood, guts, and gore, very much so. Trigger warnings. It was good. I wasn't overly impressed, though, unfortunately. I liked the characters. I liked the idea of the plot. I hated the ending. I thought the ending was a bit of a cop-out, honestly. The last couple scenes, it didn't work for me, honestly. It was very culty to a point, which is, again, fine. I don't mind reading about cults and horror books. But for some reason, for me, it was fine. But I will say that the characters were interesting, and the connections that were made between them were also very interesting, and I did think that it was generally not too bad. Will I recommend it? It's good. I will recommend it, but it's not my favorite. I would like to know what happens afterwards. So yeah, but I do also think that I'm going to read something else by this author. Most definitely, I would love to read something else by him. I'm very intrigued by his books. The one that was advertised was Ghostland. So I'm gonna see what I can find, and yeah, so he writes I'm looking at his Goodreads page. He writes horror, dark fiction, and thrillers. So, yeah, we'll see. I'll give it a shot and see what I think. Otherwise, I did like this book. This was Puzzle House by Duncan Ralston, and that's what I got so far. Like I said, I finished my homework. I haven't written really much lately, period. I wrote a little bit on Friday. but I didn't write it all yesterday, and I haven't written yet at all today. I'm honestly just kind of struggling a little bit, so I have to figure out something to do. I think I might try and go outside, but like I said, I've got a headache. I've been feeling nauseous. We did have trick-or-treating last night, so that was a lot of fun. I got to see a lot of the kids' costumes and stuff, so that was really cute. And we had a big pile of leaves in our front yard with a sign, just go for it, jump in, and so a lot of kids did, which was really fun, and they had a good time, so that's the important part. But yeah, so I'm gonna go now. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna go do something, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay, bye. It's snowing. It's Halloween, and it's snowing. Here, let me show you. Climb onto the coach. You can tell it's white. Hold on, I gotta show you. I love snow. You can see the snow. These are the leaves that fell since Saturday. Snow. I'm so excited. All right, so I'm one of those weird people in the Midwest that absolutely loves snow. It makes me happy. It reminds me of good times. Yes, it's cold, but honestly, I absolutely love snow. I really do. Which is so funny because that is an unpopular opinion in the Midwest almost, but I really do. So yes, but today is Tuesday. I'm going to be editing this vlog today and posting it. I'm just waiting for my coffee to be ready. It's a little bit before 8 o'clock in the morning. And it's the end of a month. Since it's the end of the month, I am going to have, I believe my next video that goes up is going to be, I believe my next video that's going up is going to be basically a October wrap-up / November plans, and that will include me declaring my NaNoWriMo book officially. So I am going to do that, and I think because it's snowing outside, it's going to add a certain vibe to the story that I think is going to be good. It's going to help. Yes. I have been rereading the book that I'm currently working on in the romance series lately, and I actually have changed a couple things, and I have a feeling that when I get to editing it, there's going to be a lot of the stories that they tell at the beginning that are going to change. They're not going to be the same. Mostly because the stories just really don't make sense. There's stuff that I literally word vomited onto the page, and it worked at the time, but I can already tell you that while it may be almost 150k words right now, this book is going to end up being under 100, I'm pretty sure. Probably going to be right around 80k or something like that. A lot of it's going to be cut down, a lot of it's going to be rearranged, moved around. I know this for a fact, but this is still how I write. I have discovered a lot about my characters, and I really like the direction they're heading. I'm going to be adding a couple more details about their hobbies and some of the things they like to do on the side, because I didn't expand on that nearly as much in this version of the story. I didn't play with that, but I also realized because of the order of the books, I need to add a whole nother character into this book, which is going to be great. I'm so excited to add this person in. But yeah, my camera battery is flashing right now, so I'm going to go get some coffee, and then we're going to go upstairs, and I'm going to edit and close out this video. Is the end of the video, in case you can't tell. And it's really starting to snow now. There's actually like solid-sized snowflakes outside. It's almost 9 o'clock in the morning, so it's about an hour later than that was. But I guess I'll do a quick little wrap-up for you guys on what I've gotten done this week, over the past week. Basically, well, actually, I don't really have numbers for this week, 'cause I actually did not write really anything this weekend. As you can tell from the video, I had a bit of a rough weekend. Watching FNAF was amazing, it was great, and it really upped my mood, but I really did struggle quite a bit with mental health this week, which, as I have said, it isn't abnormal for me to struggle with mental health, especially at the start of winter. I also have not been running. I have not been working out nearly as much as I should have been, which really means I haven't been doing that much at all lately. I've missed a couple weeks. I got 2 days in last week, and that's the most recent I've done. I've been very bad about it, and I really need to find a way of getting the motivation to get back into it. But that being said, I did manage to finish 2 books this week. I finished Whispers in the Dark. I finished Whispers at Dusk by Heather Graham and Puzzle House by Duncan Ralston. Both were alright. I do plan on reading more by both authors, so that's a good sign. So I did look up the other book by Duncan Ralston that I mentioned before, Ghostland, and it is compared to, and it is advertised. A couple of reviews mentioned it's basically Jurassic Park meets 13 Ghosts. So I'm intrigued. It's also supposedly on KU, so I'm gonna look it up, see what I can find. But for now, I'm just gonna enjoy the snow, post this video. As far as writing goes this week, I wouldn't call it a successful week. I wouldn't call it an unsuccessful week, but I didn't write anything on Saturday or Sunday. I did manage to get a couple hundred words in every day otherwise, though, and I did even touch a little bit on some fan fiction actually this weekend, which I didn't realize. So that was actually a Saturday thing where I was very down, so I was reading some of my old fan fictions and adding a little bit to it, having a little bit of fun there. So that's what I did for that. I am, as of right now, I have not written anything today. I am at 36,844 words in the one book in the romance series that I have been working on consistently. I don't want to say I'm done, but I kind of am for right now. What I still have to write are things that are going to be changing because of how I've changed the story. So I think I'm going to declare that I've kind of finished my first draft of this book, this now third book in the romance series, and it is 144,061 words. So the past 4 months all culminated together into this almost 150,000 word story. I'll still probably add a little bit to it today and try and write a couple of more scenes. But in general, I'm really happy with where it's at, and it's a great start. It's a great first draft. I'm really, really happy with where it's at. And as per usual, I don't like the ending. I added one part of an epilogue, or like an epilogue. I'm not a fan of it. I want to add another one because I don't feel like it really wraps up the story, you know? It kind of just shows that things are continuing, which is also fine because there is another book after this one. But I think I did it. I think I actually have mostly finished this book, which is kind of crazy and kind of insane. But there's like 3 chapters that are unwritten, and the main reason that they're unwritten is I still haven't figured out the voice for those chapters, which is unfortunate. But I think I need to adjust the other voices in order to find this one, so I might be making up excuses for myself. I don't know, but I think we're gonna call it. I think we're good. I'm really happy with this draft. I'm so happy about it. So yeah. Yeah, So there you go. I did the thing. I've officially finished a draft of a book. I believe this is about where I stopped when I wrote my first draft of Basil, which is the other book that I have finished for NaNoWriMo before. But I'm so excited. I'm really excited about this, guys. I'm really excited. So that's what I got. That's what I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. It really does help me out. I really appreciate it when you guys do. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep reading. Bye-bye.